The next spiritual sense is smelling, clear smelling. And the French word for that is clairalience. Now, how it works is smelling a familiar scent from the past. These are just examples. It could be like a deceased loved one's perfume, smelling things that shouldn't smell, that don't smell, or detecting an illness. And it can include sensations like tickles or itching or dry or sensitivity. Now, I had this happen to me, and for 3 weeks straight, I was smelling at night, right before bed, a mixture, a blend of citrus and flowers. And I didn't know why. And I would ask my husband, do you smell that? Describe the smell. And he's like, I don't smell it at all. I'm like, come over here and see if you can smell it. No, he didn't. So I got to thinking about that, and I prayed about it, and I wondered, well, what is that smell? And the answer I got was that it was like this grandmother figure that was just watching over me. Like, in that particular time of my life, it was a comfort because I was going through some hard things. And so I don't know that she really meant her presence to be known. It just happened to be that I picked up on it through my sense of smell. And this was something that I physically smelled. It wasn't like I thought I smelled it, or it was like a spiritual smell. It was like, well, it was a spiritual smell, but it was like my nose was telling me there were flowers and citrus in this room. It's really crazy. Anyway, I muscle tested through it, and I found out that it was actually it was really a grandmother. And when I muscle tested it, instantly I received a picture in my mind of the grandma. And I didn't really know this grandma because she died. She passed away when I was 2 years old. And I told my father about it. It's his grandma. And I said, this is what happened. And this is what I was smelling. And he confirmed it for me. He's like, yeah, if there was any smell that she would smell like, it would be that, because she had an amazing garden. So I thought that was really cool. The benefits of it is it can be great for naming or evaluating or isolating specific things. I mentioned just earlier, like being able to detect an illness. Like, what if you were a nurse or some kind of medical professional and you smelled something in a patient and it gave you some information about what could be wrong with them? I mean, that is just additional information in addition to all the other physical pieces of evidence at your disposal. So, I mean, that is based on someone, and that is actually a thing. So it can be great. Also, like, something doesn't smell right here. Like, there's a reason we have that in our language. So it can help you discern between truth and error, or truth and untruth, but whether or not it's like good or a bad smell. Now, the challenge is you could have a visible reaction when you're navigating it, or like your face does something weird because you're smelling something weird, and so it could be embarrassing, I guess. But because you have those visible reactions when you're navigating it, and just being able to discern between, is this physical or is this spiritual smell? The other thing, just physically speaking, is you can tend to be very sensitive to scents. So, walking past Bath and Body Works might not be for you. You might have to hold your breath. Like, I actually know some people like that. So myself and my husband, we hold our breath every time. It's so strong. So yeah, that can be kind of like, a problem or a challenge when it comes to this particular spiritual sense.